Hey, what's up guys? John here. We're going to look at some things inside Premiere Pro that might be able to help you limit how many times Premiere Pro crashes. And first off, I'm going to start with one that's probably very controversial and counterintuitive, but I truly believe in this, and ever since I started doing this, I can count on probably my one hand how many times in the last year that Premiere Pro has crashed, and it's probably only like 3 or 4. It is turn off autosave. Ta-da! This is very controversial, but I highly recommend trying to do this and see how it works on your system. It has worked for me. So to do that, just go up to Premiere Pro, Preferences, Autosave, and just make sure this is off, unchecked, and then click OK. So I don't know why this works for me, but ever since I tried this a while back, it has worked. And I think part of the reason is, if you think about the way Autosave works, it interrupts your workflow. It just cuts in every 15 minutes or whatever that interval is, and it stops you whether you're rendering, applying an effect, and Premiere Pro has to stop whatever you're doing, just stop right there and hit save, and it auto-saves it, and I think that causes a lot of crashes to happen. So ever since I turned it off, it has worked for me. But feel free, this is a disclaimer, turn off autosave at your own risk, and some of the ways that you can prevent losing data if you're worried about it crashing and losing your project or all of your work that you worked on. What I've done afterwards, I am always hitting Command S a lot.
Easy!
Almost after every micro task that I do, whether it's adjusting a clip, adding an effect, trimming something, I usually always hit Command S after I do everything. And the other thing you'll want to do is make sure that you have your project and files backed up on some type of external hard drive. That way, just in case your hardware crashes and you can't turn on your computer, because let's be real, that's probably the most real thing that will happen to you, is your computer won't start for whatever reason. I feel like this has happened to me way too many times in my career, where I go and I'm working on a project and all of a sudden the computer screen just goes black. I try to turn it on, it won't turn on. It's going to the Apple store, and usually I come back with a new computer. So this is more than likely the thing that's going to happen to you. More than any other type of thing while video editing, I would say. This has happened to me probably like 2 to 3 times in the last 5 years since I've been doing this professionally. So to prepare for that day, because it is inevitable that will happen to you at some point in the near future, hopefully not in the near future, but you want to be prepared nonetheless. And what I recommend is always having an external hard drive that you are backing up your files and project files to. That way you're prepared, you can easily copy them over or restore on the new hard drive that you get, or the new computer that you get, those files, and you should be good to go. All right, let's move on to the next thing that might be able to limit your crashes in Premiere Pro. That's the big one, but let's move on to the second one. So the next one is, you want to make sure that you clear your cache occasionally. So if you go to your preferences, media cache, and under remove cache files, you'll want to hit delete. And this will basically delete any unused data that Premiere Pro is saving for you. So this will be able to make Premiere Pro run more efficiently while you're video editing. After that, you'll want to hit OK. So the next thing is memory. You'll want to make sure that regardless of whatever computer you're running, you'll want to make sure that all your memory that you have on your computer is allocated towards Premiere Pro when you're editing. If you don't have all of your memory allocated towards Premiere Pro won't be able to use to its full potential all the memory it can. So when you go to Preferences, Memory, you'll want to make sure that the RAM reserved for other applications is as low as it can be. You don't want it, you don't want it like that. That would be like ridiculous. So make sure it's as low as it can and click OK. And lastly, my last tip to help prevent crashes in Premiere Pro is work on a fast external hard drive. I highly recommend this one. You can find it on Amazon. Our team uses it all the time at the place I work currently, and these are awesome. They're really quick, and what I think helps using these as a video editor is Premiere Pro is able to read and write very quickly from the drive to the drive. If you work on a slower hard drive, Premiere Pro will have more issues trying to read and write to the drive, probably causing more crashes. So in order to limit that, always be sure to make sure that you are working on a very fast drive. So regardless, I hope you took away something from this video. Definitely check out the Autosave because it is very mind-boggling, because the thing you think will save you from crashes in the future actually prohibit that. So it's kind of like a paradox. I don't know. Feel free to mess with it and let me know down in the comments below on your experiences with crashes. If it helped, if it didn't help, I'd be happy to hear from you. So that's it. We'll see you next time, and thanks again.